Good day. This is Craig Meister from the Meister's Realm. I'm on time. Very good. This day, I'm going to bring in a guest who helps organize a fair in the region. And let me throw out this invite. So, you are an organizer of the Narnia Faire.
Yes.
And you have two fairs in two locations, one in the spring and one in the fall. Could you please give us some details on where you can be found?
Yeah, so you can find us on our website, thenarniafaire.com, and fair spelled F-A-I-R-E. And we are also on Facebook and Instagram. And as for our physical locations in Missouri, we are at Chateau Charmant in Fordland, Missouri, which is about 45 minutes west of Springfield. And then we are also in the fall in Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas at Gully Park.
And this chateau, I've seen pictures, it is like a real castle, is it not?
Yes, yes, yes. It is. When it is not being used for fairs, it is a wedding venue. It's a real castle. We've got a beautiful sort of dining hall that has massive windows and Amish cut wood beams and glass inlay, you know, for all the windows and things, and just a really beautiful location. And there's a sort of Rapunzel's tower and a beautiful courtyard with a chessboard tile mosaic on the ground, and then just beautiful grounds of trees and meadows. And since it's a little bit outside of town, it really does feel like an escape, like you're going to a completely different world.
I do like the events that are outside of town, so you're not surrounded. You cannot see quick trips in the background or the stores or restaurants. That is good. And I love to drive to different Renaissance fairs, so I can get away from the towns where I live. No parking lots, no buildings, stoplights. I love being out in the country.
Yes.
And in Fayetteville, it is in Gully Park. I love that venue as well. All the trees and the creek in the background, I believe.
Yes, yeah, and it's sort of down in a hollow a little bit, so you still get that sort of feeling of escape, you know, parking lot near the top, but then you travel down a little bit, and beautiful lawns and trees and a winding creek behind our pavilion, so it is a nice, very quaint place as well.
A couple of good locations.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Pardon me. So I absolutely love the Narnia Faire. I've been to the one in Gully Park in Fayetteville twice, and it is a bit different from a regular Renaissance festival, as a more immersive experience. Could you please explain what people would go through once they walk through the wardrobe?
For sure. So one thing that we do that's a bit different than other fairs is that we put a lot of emphasis on our quest system. So we want people to walk in and not just be going to, you know, a market and seeing shows, but also getting to participate in the world. And so we have about 30 to 40 cast members, and people get to interact with them in a quest system. And so they're given a card, and they can do pretty much every activity we have except for Tea with the Queen, since we have to cover the cost of food for free. They can do all the activities. So that's a sword fighting tournament they can jump in on, costume contest, talent show, night training with King Edmund, dancing with Queen Lucy and Susan. And then we also have lots of smaller quests where they're given tasks to help the dryads or to share information they found or to find specific items that have been hidden throughout the fair. And so they get to sort of go on this mini journey in the day of the life of a Narnian, traveling to our festival and just have a whole lot of fun. And then at the end of the day, they can turn all of those stamps, because they get a stamp for each activity they complete, each quest they embark on. They can turn those in for prizes. So that's a, you know, bit different than most fairs I've been to, but we really enjoy that unique element.
I do like that. It's not just going booth to booth, asking for a stamp on a piece of paper to be knighted or made a damsel or dame or whatever they do for the ladies. I do not know. That is nice. I like that part, and I do not know how many times I've set up a booth at a Renaissance festival to hand out flyers, and children always come up with their parents, "Can I get a stamp? Can I get a stamp? I'm sorry, I'm not part of the quest." And they turn away disheveled.
Oh,
But that is
so
okay.
sad.
I'm sure they made their quest, each of those children, each of those days.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. So what inspired you to establish your realm?
Yes, so actually I was visiting the Hot Springs, Arkansas Fair about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was with a medieval combat unit called the Red Boar, and I was heralding for them. I had used to fight in their unit in medieval combat, real steel, unchoreographed, so that was super fun. And I ran into a group of people dressed as Narnians. There was a Queen Susan, a Prince Corin, and a Queen Lucy. And they asked if I wanted to be knighted, and I was like, I would love to. And I really hit it off with a girl playing Queen Susan, and she was talking about her vision for being creating a Narnia event. And I said, well, we could totally do that. And I had just helped with the Feast of the Goblin King Halloween one day Renaissance event at White Hart. I'd been sort of a coordinator for that and designing some new elements. And I was like, you know, I think we could definitely do a Narnia Fair. So we started the process by reaching out to the publishing company to see if we could get the rights. And we were able to get the license for the event. And I was like, oh, well, now I guess we have to do it. So we went as co-creators and sort of just worked. She was head of all of our casting and costuming, and still helps us in that realm. And together worked on bringing it to life. And it started out at a different park within the Bentonville area, I believe. And it was a smaller event, and we sort of envisioned, we didn't know the longevity of it, but it just went over so well, despite some obstacles, and people were so excited to see it return that we're like, well, I guess we should do this annually, and just have been building up from there. And now we are, you know, doing it in the castle we had about 1,000 attendees on Saturday last year at the Missouri Fair. So wonderful turnout for a early, you know, growing fair. So that's sort of a little bit of our origin story.
That is amazing. Wow, I like that. So you are the only Narnia Fair in existence on the whole planet, then I
That I am aware of, but we haven't found any others. But
I've seen a few Lord of the Rings Hobbit birthday events across the country in September, but I have not seen anything else for a Narnia event. So we are very blessed to have you in this part of the country.
Oh, wonderful. We enjoy it. It's a beautiful area.
Yes, it is. So you kind of explained what it takes to get such an event started there. You got the permission from the owners, I guess C.S. Lewis's grandchildren or estate or something.
It's the C.S. Lewis Company. So the company who has the publishing rights to the books.
And is your event focused on just one of the, I believe there have been 3 movies that have come out about Narnia?
Yes, so there are 7 books in total in the Chronicles of Narnia. We focus on the 2 books specifically. One, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is when the Pevensies enter Narnia and become the kings and queens of the realm. But within that time period, there is also another story called The Horse and His Boy, which is about actually a neighboring realm near Narnia. And it is called Calormene, and you know, characters in that world and their journey. And so we have some of their characters come in and join us on Saturday. So that's Rabbitash and Lazarine, and they are from the realm of Calormene. And then we also have the Arkenlanders, which are from another neighboring realm to Narnia, King Loon and Prince Corin. So we really focus on those 2 books, but would love to, as we grow in the future, expand to the other books and their timelines and bring in their characters.
Oh, very nice. That is a good thought that you have for that. Planning years down the road. A lot of Renaissance festivals are only trying to take care of 1 year at a time. There's so much to organize. I can kind of understand that.
Yes,
that
for
is good.
sure.
And shows your longevity. And if it goes on 10 or 20 years, it's good to bring up new people in your organization so they can learn how to run the things. If someday Perhaps you get married, have children, do not have the time to work on it, or the others in your organization's board.
For sure, for sure.
Well, what other things have you organized? You said you were part of the host of the Goblin King at Whitehall.
Yes, yeah. So I have helped. I helped with the Feast of the Goblin King at White Hart, and then I also come from a sort of film background, so had a lot of experience in coordinating on that realm. Been a production coordinator on Second Chance Stage, which is America's Got Talent style spinoff, but everyone's over the age of 29, and it is their second chance at chasing their dreams, and that is on HBO Max now, and produced by HBO Max and the Magnolia Network. So had the pleasure of being a production coordinator on that, and then also some work with Focus on the Family for a brand video for them, and then a Subway commercial, and that was the Subway and Second Chance Stage were this last year. So, but I do take film work throughout the year and love the opportunity to coordinate and oversee and organize in a different capacity, but it's definitely been a useful skill for helping me organize the fair.
Yes, many things we learn in our regular lives we can transform over to help other people. Perhaps some days with these videos I make now, I am planning to do a few on my regular Facebook page about getting healthier and staying fit, especially as one ages. And may have some other things later with my podcast. Maybe I can start a different kind of podcast as well. Nice. So do you perform or have a booth at other Renaissance festivals, Holly?
Sometimes I have done pop-up booths for the Narnia Faire. Recently, we had a promotional booth at the Missouri Comic-Con, and that was such a joy. We had about 10 cast members join us, and we had a sort of mini quest system where people could go on, I think it was about 10 different quests, and get prizes. And we also had, you could take photos with the kings and queens, and we just got a lot of positive feedback from that, and it was very fun because during the event itself I cannot participate as a cast member, truly because there's so many things to do on the admin side of things, but the reason that I started it in the first place is just my love for fairs and interacting with people and getting to see them get excited about what they're passionate about. So it was really refreshing to get to do the quest system again as an actor, and some of the quests were people telling about items they had found, like their treasure they had gotten that day at the con, and a talent they had, and what kind of, the tale of their costume, how had they created it, and what story are they telling, and just to see people get so excited to talk about what they're passionate about, it just brings me so much joy. So that was a great thing, and we do hope to expand that sort of system and be a guest at more events in the future.
Was that con in Springfield, Missouri?
Yes.
Oh, I see. All right. I will send you, if you like that, I'll send you information on one coming up in Tulsa before your fall event.
Yes, I would love to hear about that. Yes, I think that'd be wonderful.
Pardon me. So last September, you had a very exciting musical group at your fair in Fayetteville. Could you please let everyone know about the Bailey Family Ministry?
Yes, Bailey Family Ministry is absolutely amazing. Definitely a gem in the realm of Renaissance performing groups. I've never seen anything like them. They are a family musical group, and they focus on harmonies and high energy. They have wonderful music and so much diversity in style. They do so many different styles, but you know that whatever they perform, it's going to be full of heart, full of passion, and in very high energy. They have just an amazing way of roping the crowd in, and they also do Lady Zaland, their sister, not only sings and plays the violin, but she also leads group dance, so you get to dance to their beautiful music. And they're just a very, very family-friendly, wholesome, kind performing group, and they also have a style that is all their own from the realm of Fordland. Lots of black leather and spikes and silver chains and things, and they really make it work well. So it is super fun to see. We are always so appreciative when they come and join us for any of our events, and we are having them for our Missouri Fair, and definitely one of our headlining acts for sure. So I love whenever I'm out talking about the Narnia Fair, that's often a question. Oh, that performing group, BFM, are they going to be back? And for all our plans, they will be joining us this year. So I'm very looking forward to that. And if you are curious about their group, you can check them out. They have a Facebook page. I believe they have an Instagram, and they also have a website of Bailey Family Ministry. And it seems like they are doing more fairs. I know they were recently visiting the Scarborough Fair, and they had performed at Guthrie Renaissance Festival, and another one, I think Queen's Ferry. Yes, Queen's Ferry. So it's so lovely to see them getting out to more fairs so more people can enjoy them. So I'm so excited to see where they go with that, because they're just a wonderful group, and definitely deserve all the success
that
they
get. That they do. Indeed. I believe people will be able to find them also at the newer Rentopia Renaissance Festival.
Oh, yes.
That is in, I have it right here, Bentonville, Arkansas, at the end of October. So
wonderful. Yes, everyone go check them out. They are amazing.
Yes, and they have a bagpipe as well.
Yes. They do have a bagpiper who just does such an amazing job. And it's so fun because so many people have seen a bagpipe in a movie, but they've never heard one in real life. And so that is always a treat for people, seeing them come up afterwards and be like, that was so amazing. That was just a wonderful performance. I've never gotten to experience one. And if you haven't gotten to experience the pipes, I highly recommend it. Just very awe-inspiring.
It's true. It can get you moving for sure. Well, let me see. I was asking about what vendors or attractions you would have besides BFM.
Yes, for sure. So for other attractions we will be having Misfits with Heart, which is a horse show, which will be quite exciting. And there's also horse rides that she is offering for, I believe, around $5 in photos and things. And then we will be having Aaron the Juggler, who will be doing some acrobatic acts as well as juggling. And then the wonderful Saunders Starlets, which is another unique performance group. So they're about 20 girls who do dance, but the unique thing is that they are telling a story through dance, and there is like 4 or 5, well, depending on their story, it can be up to like 10 different songs they perform, but they all flow together continuously to tell a tale, and they bring their own set, and there's dialogue, so it's sort of like watching a mini musical. So we are very excited to have them joining us this year at the castle.
They were at your event last fall, were they not?
Yes.
And they came all the way from St. Louis. Is that what I heard?
I believe so. Yes.
Wow, that is impressive.
Quite. We appreciate all of the dedication and all of our wonderful performers.
It speaks highly of you to get someone to come all the way across the state to visit your events.
Yes.
And who are your sponsors for your fairs?
So currently, we do not have any sponsors. We are still growing. So at the moment, we are all volunteer, but we are hoping this next year for the Fayetteville one in the fall to be getting some business sponsors, because I think that there are so many wonderful businesses and groups that we want to partner with, but since starting sort of from the ground up and overseeing all the things, that has been something that's high on our priority list, but haven't yet gotten to. So currently it is very much a labor of love from all of our wonderful cast members and team members.
I see. How would someone become a sponsor of the Narnia Faire?
Yes, so if you wanted to become a sponsor, you could reach out to us on the Narnia Faire at gmail.com, or you could contact us on our website. We're hoping to add a tab on our website under the more information, get involved, that will have a sponsorship page with the breakdowns of all of the wonderful perks you get as a sponsor, including, you know, tickets to the event and ad space on all of our pamphlets and print materials, as well as our website.
Oh, very good. Very good. I'm glad you're prepared.
Yes.
Do you need volunteers?
Yes, we are definitely looking for more volunteers. We have a lot of different realms people can get involved in if they want to be helping with the booths themselves, doing some quests, or if they're, you know, less interactive and would rather do something such as, you know, parking or ticket taking and that sort of thing. So people can get involved that way by, again, reaching out to us on our website. We also have a volunteer application form. So if you go to more information, get involved, and volunteer on our website, in our menu tab, it should take you to all that information, or you can scroll down to the bottom of our homepage, and there should be a link there.
Oh, very, very good. Well, Holly, is there anything else that you'd like to add about your event that I did not cover?
We are a very family-friendly event, and we love for all to be able to come and enjoy that this is fun for everyone, all ages. And so just hope that if anyone is interested to come and join us and experience the magic of Narnia. And thank you so much for all of your time and all of your patience with all of the book of many faces.
You're welcome. I took the app off of my phone the night before last and reloaded it myself. Perhaps that is why now.
Perhaps.
You did that. Maybe that's why we can connect finally.
Yes.
All right. So that is the Narnia Faire in Fordland, Missouri on May 9th and 10th. For the spring event. Yes. And on September 26th through 28th in Fayetteville, in Gully Park.
Yes.
So very good. I hope many of you can get out and enjoy the event. I'm unsure if I can make it to the one in Missouri, but I will definitely be in the one in Fayetteville.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I hope the storm passes by quickly. And I hope you enjoy your Easter tomorrow.
Yes, you as well.
Thank you for joining me this day.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I will see you at some point at a festival this year.